Welcome to our demonstrational video for the Newton's Pen Statics Tutorial System. This system runs on Livescribe Smartpens and guides the user through the problem-solving process for a series of basic statics problems. Each problem consists of two specially designed worksheets. The first of which is the problem description worksheet, which describes the details for the current problem and also provides a list of buttons for interacting with the system. The second page of each problem is the free body diagram worksheet, which provides the space for the user to actually draw his or her work. The problem description page buttons include interaction type buttons, which allow the user to classify points of interaction, a list of character buttons, which allow the user to enter and edit forced labels, directional buttons, which allow the user to navigate through the system's various menus. Note that the left button also serves as backspace for text entry, an erase button, which tells the system to enter erase mode. While in erase mode, the user can trace through any invalid current work to remove it from consideration. A check work button, which is used to tell the system to check the user's work for the current stage. Yes and no buttons, which are used to interact with the system during special events. A sound effects button, which can toggle the system's sound effects. A recent messages button, which can be useful for reviewing temporary messages which disappeared before the user could finish reading them. And a start over button, which can be used if the ink on the page becomes too messy or for whatever reason the user wants to start over on the current problem. To start the system, first turn on the pen. Then, to load the program, tap on the center of the Nav Plus icon located at the bottom left corner of any page.
Main menu.
Then tap down once and to the right twice.
Applications.
Now, as soon as we tap on a worksheet for any problem, the system will automatically know which problem we're working on and load up that problem accordingly. For the first stage of the program, we need to trace the system boundaries. It is important to do this with a single stroke, as the system will attempt to recognize each individual stroke as a trace of a body. After tracing a body, we write a label for it in the top right corner of the workspace. In this next stage, we need to identify all of the points of interaction acting on the body we just traced. To do this, first we circle a point of interaction. Then, on the problem description page, we identify each of the interaction types acting at this location. Tap on POI Done after identifying all interaction types for the current location. Finally, we label this point of interaction according to its interaction types. We then repeat this process for each other point of interaction on the system. After we have finished with each point of interaction in the system, we tap on the Check Work button to ask the program if we have forgotten any. In this last stage, we draw the actual forces. To do this, we first draw an arrow. Once again, it is important to do this as a single stroke. Next, we draw a label for this force arrow. Finally, we tell the system the actual text value of this label. We do this using the keyboard on the problem description page. We tap the Yes button when we are done entering the label text. If we ever want to go back and change the value of a force label we have already entered, we can do this by double tapping on the label. This will tell the system to go back to text entry mode where we can change the label's value. You should be aware that this system requires the component forces of pivot interactions to be labeled with the same base value followed by the appropriate X or Y. Once again, when we think we have finished all of the work for the current stage, we tap the Check Work button to see if we are correct. This completes one entire problem using the Newton's Pen Statics tutorial system.